Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and this is my full review of the HTC 7 Pro mobile phone. Big thank you to Clove Technology for sending me this one over. It's available on their website at clove.co.uk, and you can pick it up for £432, but that's for a SIM-free unlocked version of this handset, so you can put any network operator SIM card in here. Now, I'm not going to cover off old ground because I did do a product tour and unboxing in a previous video, so please do check that out. But what I will say, that I've already mentioned in the previous video, is that this 3.6 inch touchscreen on the front, it's a capacitive touchscreen, is very nice colouring. Let me give you a close up of that. Very nice to the touch, very sensitive, not over sensitive, and it picks up all of your touches really nicely. Now I'm going to cover off what I don't like first of all. Let me just lock the handset screen and just cover off the bits I don't like. There are a few. The first one is that it's quite thick and bulky, and in the hand, although it feels nice to hold, so nice and grippy, it is quite a heavy mobile phone. In fact, I think the weight of it, if I'm correct, is 185 grams, so quite a heavy unit to have in your pocket. Now, the other thing that I don't like, and this just might be my setup, but I've got 3 different Wi-Fi networks in my house, and if I just switch the handset on and show you up here, it connected first time absolutely fine, but I've had this with previous Windows 7 mobile phones, so it might be an operating system thing rather than the handset itself, but now it continually searches for my Wi-Fi network, and the only way I can rectify that is to actually do a complete factory reset on the phone, and it forgets all of my previous networks and then it connects fine. But that is one of the niggles that I really don't like with it. But having said that, all of the other bits I really do like a lot. This 3.6 inch touchscreen is extremely nice. That's one of the big bonus points that I like. I do like the back, the fact that it's a nice sort of metal back, so that's really cool as well. And the 5 megapixel camera on the back also performs extremely well, so I've been more than happy with how that's been performing. Now I want to give you a look at the email on here, because that's something else that I really like as well. You can link this to a live account, so maybe you've got an email address, something like geekanoids@live.com, and when you log in it pulls in all your connected services. So I did that and it pulled in my Hotmail, my profile, also pulled in my Xbox Live gamer tag. So if I go into here, you actually see my sort of little avatar appear and the various games that I've been playing and my points, etc. So that's really nice that it pulls all of that information in for you. It does work equally as well with Gmail. I've got my Gmail here, and I just wanted to give you a look at how clean and crisp that email app is. It is just really nice to look at. You can scroll up and down your email list. You can perhaps tap on one to reply to it, and then I can tap the reply icon down the bottom here, and up on the screen comes this on-screen keyboard. So you've got a QWERTY keyboard on the screen. Now in that orientation it is quite difficult to use because it's quite small. If you switch it round to the landscape orientation, you get a much larger keyboard to use. But the thing that I really like on this phone is if I pop that up, we've got a physical keyboard. Let's just go back into this and reply to it again. The on-screen keyboard disappears, and then you can start typing your message. So hello, thanks for getting, and as I'm typing it comes up with suggestions down the bottom here. So I've spelt touch wrong and it's come up with this suggestion, so I can just either tap on the word or just push space and it uses the one that was highlighted, so that's really nice. And then I can put from Dave, and there you go. So very accurate keyboard, extremely easy to use. Let's just get rid of all that, or we can push the X just to go back. We want to discard that message and we're back to our message list. I just want to give you a close-up of that keyboard. I have been very impressed with not only the sort of layout and spacing on the keyboard, but the fact that it's nicely spaced, there's a little bit of a raised profile to the keys, not too much, but it just makes it nice to use, and they're a good size for thumb typing. What also makes it nice is when it's on the desk. I showed you this in the last video. We've got a nice angle to the screen because it angles up as the keyboard is revealed, so that's really cool too. The actual mail application on Windows Phone 7 is one of my favourite bits. You can swipe across these emails to go to unread, flagged, urgent, etc. Very, very easy to use. And if I close this keyboard up, go back round into this position just to show you, if I tap and hold on an email, a little menu pops up either below or above depending on where you are on the screen, and you can set it as flagged, move it, mark as unread, or delete it from the list. So I just like the email application a lot. It is very, very good. So what else do I like about the handset itself? Well, the battery life's pretty good. I think, if memory serves me right, the battery in here is a 1500 milliamp hour battery, and that is good enough for sort of a whole day's use. I've been easily getting a whole day's use from a single charge. The software on it is good. Windows Phone 7, they've done a good job, Microsoft, with it. They do need to iron out a few bugs, but forgiving Microsoft for their failings in updates, or the debacle that happened a week or so ago with their first update to Windows Phone 7 where it crashed a lot of people's phones. If we forgive them for that, the actual handset we're looking at here is probably one of the better Windows Phone 7 handsets available. Now, it does have the Wi-Fi on there, 802.11 G and N. It also has GPS, 8 gigabytes of internal capacity or storage in there as well, 512 megabyte ROM, 576 megabytes of RAM. Now, the internal 8 gigabyte storage can't be increased, so you're only going to get 8 gigabytes. Once that's full, you're going to have to start deleting files. You can't put a memory card in here, there's no memory card slot, so I suppose that's something you should consider when you're looking at it. The 1 gigahertz processor performs very well. It's very snappy in navigating through the menus. This tiled sort of home screen that's part of Windows Phone 7 is extremely nice to use because it keeps you up to date without necessarily have to go into an application. So you can see if you've got messages waiting, mail, or any other updates sort of further down the list. And you can reposition these all as well. If I want to bring one of these tiles further up, I can just tap and hold and perhaps bring that up into this top position. Everything else moves down, and then perhaps I want to bring this one up to this position, and perhaps I want to keep an eye on my stocks a little bit more, so I bring that one up into that gap there. So it's all very configurable, very, very easy to use handset, and very well made. This is a really nicely made and a nice solid offering from HTC. Now, as I mentioned, you can get this on contract. The company that sent me this one is Clove Technology, and they're selling unlocked SIM-free versions of this, so you can put any SIM in the handset. I mentioned the price at the beginning of the video, and the actual price you're going to pay for one of these is just £432 including VAT, and at the time of doing this review you do get a free HTC Bluetooth headset with that. That offer might not be on forever, but it's worth £30 additional value, and that's at clove.co.uk. If you're looking for a Windows 7 based handset, this is probably one of the best. Very, very good performer. Thank you very much for watching. Please do come back soon and check out more video reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video is sponsored by Zinio, the best way to read magazines on your laptop, desktop or mobile device. Visit zinio.com.